should listen to this. It is estimated that the number of children living in substandard conditions could increase as much as 20% in the next 5 years if unemployment continues to rise at its present rate. 5 years.
Yeah, that's really sad, isn't it?
It's amazing. I mean, I can't wait to give this stuff to Lydia. She's gonna love it. It's gonna be great for her story.
Wait a second. You're not still planning on helping her, are you?
I think the media is the best way to propel somebody to do something about this.
It's a perfect chance for her to take advantage of you for her own purposes again. I don't know how many times I have to say it, darling. She is bad news.
Cruz, I know you had a bad experience with her, but it doesn't mean
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about right now, and I'm talking about you. She is using you. What about your getting arrested? I mean, that's exactly what she wanted to have happen. She couldn't have come up with a better promo for herself if she'd paid for it. You're playing right into her hands.
No, I am not playing into her hands. I want the people in Santa Barbara to understand a very sensitive issue, that it's going on right here. Now, if I have to use the media, that's what I have to do, which means I have to work with Lydia. I feel very good being involved in something like this. Don't try to take it away from me.
I don't deny there's a problem here in Santa Barbara. There's an unemployment problem all over the country, and it grieves me. It's unfair to blame big business. I'm not going to hire someone incapable of performing up to my company's standards just to give him a job. If I did that, I'd really be in a mess, and I'd go belly up in a week, and then it really would be unemployment all over. I think I speak for most of the corporate heads. I'm as fair as I possibly can be with my employees. I'm not a savior. I'm a businessman. And I'm in this to turn a profit.
Good. All right, now run the last part of Eden's interview.
And I believe the people of Santa Barbara will not let something like this continue. Big business is responsible. They caused the problem. Let them right the wrong.
Perfect. They're going to cut together beautifully.
You're happy with it then?
Well, I will be when it's done.
The way things are going, that should be within the week. That ought to be a quick wrap.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I want a quick wrap. I mean, there are a lot of golden opportunities here in Santa Barbara. I think I may stick around and take advantage of them.
Darling, you can mark my words. She will twist every word you say. She'll do it so effortlessly that you won't know what hit you. The woman does not care about issues. She cares about ratings. She manipulates stories to that end. And in this case, it's not going to do you or the issue or anybody else except her any good.
I can't believe you're being so cynical.
I'm not being cynical. I'm being realistic. And you'll forgive me for saying so, but I think you're being a bit naive.
Well, you know, I don't know what you're talking about, because I thought that you used to care about things like this.
I do care about this as much as you do, and I'm going to try to do something about it also. But this is not the way. It's a dead end.
Well, you know, I don't know that until I try, do I? And I learned from you that you should do everything in your power to try to make something work. I mean, that's the way I thought you were. What happened?
Nothing happened. What are you talking about?
Well, I think that something happened. Remember when you used to tell me that sometimes you would look out in the world and you would see so much pain that you just wanted to go inside a room, you just wanted to close the door and lock it? Because you were afraid that you couldn't do anything, that everything that you did do didn't make any difference. But then you realized that there were innocent people out there suffering. And you told me that as long as they were suffering, you would keep on fighting.
I still believe that.
I believe that you've already shut the door. It really upsets me.
This is, ridiculous is what it is.
What's eating you?
We make our money cleaning other people's laundry. That's what's eating me.
You're just realizing that now?
I'm just realizing that it stinks. Maybe that's... I mean, look at this. This woman who already has more money than you and I will see in our lifetimes wants us to check up on her husband so she can take him to the cleaners before she dumps him next month.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's part of the business.
Well, what the hell kind of thing is that, man? I mean, think about it. It's just... Who do we ever help around here? Everybody gets burned one way or the other.
What got you started on this?
My wife is... embarking on a project to help the poor, the unemployed in this town, and I am checking up on Mrs. Williams' husband so that she can put another $1 million in her bank account. You understand?
Not quite the same things, are they?
She thinks that I'm selling out my principles.
She said that?
Well, in so many words.
Well, what do you think?
Well, I feel as strongly about social issues as I always have.
But what, you're not acting on them the same way?
I have a family now, Kane. I mean, I can't take the kind of risks I used to, right? But that's what I tell myself, anyway.
It's a reasonable reason. It's perfectly valid.
Right, then why do I feel so lousy?
It just goes on and on. I mean, I would say these statistics were appropriate for some place like Los Angeles or New York, but I would never have realized that they went to the full extent as they do here.
Well, this is all very detailed, but what exactly do you want me to do with this?
I think you should use it in your story. I mean, if you just present...
Eden. Reading in-depth statistics in a news report can be deadly.
What do you mean?
Well, I'd lose my audience like that. Important rule of news reporting. Always show people what's going to happen. Don't tell them.
Well, I thought this was really good material.
Cheer up. It was a good try.
Listen, what about the new program that I'm starting at the Orient Express? I mean, you could use that as an angle, right?
Eden. Look, honey, your heart is in the right place, but you've got a lot to learn about broadcasting. People aren't interested in hearing about solutions. If the problem's solved, they're going to go back to watching their game shows. But if the problem doesn't have a visible solution, then you've got them right in the palm of your hand. You make them think. You give them something to worry about.
So what you are saying is that there is no way that you really want to solve this problem.
Honey, I'm worried enough having to keep my ratings up.
So what's really important to you is not that these people don't have enough money to buy food? That it's not important that the children are living on the streets because their parents can't get any work?
Eden, you're making me sound pretty heartless, and I'm not. But I am professional. I can't afford to care. I've got a job to do. That comes first.
How can you say this? How can you be so selfish?
Don't get me wrong. I hate what's happening to the poor as much as you do. My hands are tied.
They're tied because you allow them to be.
It's my job to give the people what they want.
Yeah, well, something's wrong with your job or most likely the way you do it.